I've been playing Soulcalibur 6 since release, and I have fought many characters as well as many opponents, and I struggle against a couple. So today I thought it'd be kind of neat and kind of cool to create a little tier list of who I personally struggle against, who I'm confident against. That way, if you guys feel the same way, you can leave a comment down below, or even some tips about like how to kind of handle these characters more. I'm not a professional player. I suck. But yeah, I figured I'd try something a little different here and still talk about Calibur because I do love SC6, and yeah, I want to be better. Alrighty, I guess we'll go like in order of what the tier list says, except for Inferno. This buddy boy down here is will stay down there because he's banned, and I fought him like once, and that was against like in Legendary Arcade, and that's it. I don't even have the dude unlocked. But I guess we will start out with 2B. What do I want to put 2B? How do I really handle 2B? I haven't really fought like a lot of great 2Bs. I fought like the most notable 2B I've ever fought is Glide, Glider X Gaming, and he has a really good 2B. But I still feel kind of very confident against 2B. I know she's not going to do anything crazy. I can like punish her in a lot of moves. Again, I haven't really, I guess, faced like any top tier 2Bs. Reversal Edge, like especially through like the beginning ranks and even to like mid ranks, it just absolutely just destroys 2B's pressure because you get a lot of meter because a lot of times her moves are all multi-hits. And I'm just like, woo! I just gained, 3/4 of a bar to a bar. I get the Soul Charge to do anything now. Thank you. So yeah, 2B, I'm pretty confident in, I want to say. Next one, Amy. Oh, yeah, little lady. I don't think she's at the help me tier. Amy is very strong as a character, and I faced a lot of Amy's. One of the Amy's like I fought is like Nitana, who goes for White Roses. Another one is Ameisong, another YouTuber who also has a very good Amy, plays a different Amy as well. Both of them go for White Roses first, as well as, I fought the generic, try to go for Red Rose, and that's it. I do struggle just because she's fast, and I guess to say it now, like, the characters I main are these two lads down here conveniently placed next to each other. I didn't even do that, the tier list did that. So I struggle with fast characters, and Amy has, like, a lot of mix-ups, especially with she's at Red Rose is very quick and punishing at White Rose, and then Purple Rose, oh my god, my life is just over. So I don't think I'm in the help me tier, and I want to say, like, maybe just struggling against, I'm kind of leaning more towards neutral, because I kind of already know what I'm going to get into. But, I'll leave her in the struggle against, because, like, I do get rocked by Amy, because she is insane in the membrane, I guess. Alrighty, Astaroth, fucking help me. I struggle against grapplers in every single fighting game, and this big, massive ball of fun, oh my god, not to mention, I think it's like his 3K, his kick and everything, where he, like, crouches down, Grohl's, like, Twin Blade just goes through him, and it just physically frustrates me, because I'm like, you're so massive, you're literally built like a freaking Ford F-150, and I just phased through you. He's a character that has taught me not to Okemi again so much because he just gets so much damage. Like, Astaroth can just 2 to 3 tap you. And I'm just like, oh, I am struggling in the video game. But yeah, just because he's a grappler, big man, fly swatter hurts a lot. I do be a fly on a wall, and I just get... So yeah, he is in the help me tier. Please help me. Next one is Aswell. Ooh, Aswell. I don't get to fight many Aswells. Kind of chime them in again. Ameisong plays characters like I just don't play against, which is fun for me because then I get to learn. And she has like the best Aswell I think I've ran into on either rank or player matches. Aswell I thought I was like pretty confident against. But I'm gonna go with somewhat confident just because like Ameisong's Aswell has just like put the mix on me. All the little dances and everything else like that. I do wish they added an indicator, like how they did with Talim, or even Amy with the rose counters, Hilda with her counters. I do wish it would display like what mode he's in, whether he's in axe, daggers, or shield and spear, all that jazz. Just to help me a little bit, because my god, I don't know this character, and when he starts dancing on me, like, he's performing the salsa, I'm lost. But online and everything for the opponents I fought, like, I'm again, not a professional player, so like I use reversal edge, and I have just punished as well as reversal edge because they just do full auto combo and everything else like that, which is just like a bar meter if you reversal edge it. So I want to say I'm somewhat confident against them, although Seong has definitely dropped this man from confident against to somewhat confident, because I'm like, oh, there's more sauce I have not discovered yet, has there? Cervantes. I'ma put him in neutral for now. I haven't had like a lot of experience playing Cervantes. It's either like hit or miss. It's either like I have really good matches where I'm just like I'm pressuring them with either Geralt or Grohl, or I'm just like getting decimated. I definitely don't know his mixes off of like wall teleports and everything else like that, and he has like just bread and butters that are just very comfortable, so that's kind of what I try to play around, that way they don't get it. But I don't want to say I struggle heavily against them, but I'm sure a Cervantes will one day just rock my world, and then I'll just be like, yep. But for now, I'm going to say neutral. Again, I haven't had much bad experiences or anything else like that against him, and not really like super confident experiences against him either. If I'm not like stumbling over my words, which I'm sure I am. Geralt of Rivia, my secondary. Oh, brother bear. Against other Geralts. Well, I haven't fought Incendiate's Geralt. I fought his Shugwa, and that was a nightmare, and I haven't fought his Ivy. He's like really the only other one I know that plays Geralt offhand. And online, this character is rare. So I wouldn't say until like Incendiate just rocks my world with him, or another like really good Geralt like just annihilates me, I'm gonna say I'm very confident against him. Just because, like, I know the character. I know he has some wild things. Don't soul charge against this brother bear, or else he's just gonna bleed you for damage and lethals and all that stuff. But yeah, Geralt is, I'm pretty much fine against him. If I see a Geralt, I'm more excited to learn than, like, to dread and everything. So I go into the match confident. Unless I start making dumb mistakes, but that's just me at that point. Grow! Ah! My untracking boy. I fought Violin, and I thought, I was like, oh, I'm good against Grohl. I'm like, I made this character, and then I got my world rocked in. But I'm gonna say, not a lot of Grohls. Like, it's one of those situations because I made him. It's like, if I find another Grohl, I'm gonna be more excited than anything to try to fight this man and, like, figure out, like, what more other playstyles they could be doing with him. Other moves that maybe might be a little more niche that I'm just getting hit by them. I'm like, oh, that might be good to throw in some mix-ups and everything. But I definitely don't struggle against Grohl. I just struggle against Violin. I'm gonna go with probably confident against. Just because, like, if I ever find a Grohl match, I'm just always excited and happy. Like, I'm gonna be fine. And if I'm not fine, then I'm just gonna learn and take, like, a good experience from it. Ivy! Oh, woman. Oh, where do I want to put you? Because it's definitely not down here. Ivy, I would say I struggle against her. I've been running into so many Ivies lately, and I'm just like, oh my god, this character is insane and also stupid. Especially, like, I hate fighting Ivy with Geralt. I'm fine with Grohl, just because, I guess maybe a little more confident, but, like, I could just get hit by stupid things all the time with Geralt. The man's kneecaps are very large, and his stance is just, it's very easy for Ivy to just pick off. Not to mention, I struggle with characters that kind of want to keep you at a mid to long range, too, because I like, fighting in somebody's face in this fighting game. Who would have thought? Not to mention, like, her Okami setups are insane. Her grabs, yay. Trying to text any of her grabs online is painful. So I'm going to say that I struggle against. I don't think I'm at the help me stage just yet. Just from, like, how many experiences I do now have against Ivy. Probably before I would have, like, if I didn't fight as many as I do now, I probably would put her in to help me, but just because I've been getting more experience, other than hating, fighting her with Geralt, I'm learning. I'm adapting. Kelik! Oh, Mr. Bread and Butter himself. My god, this man loves toast. I want to say I am against Kelik. What Kelik forces me to do is play a little more patient and everything. I'm gonna say I'm somewhat confident against a Kelik. They're either going to be like GIing me constantly, getting lethal hits constantly, and just capitalizing off that, doing all the bread and butters to pure perfection, or they're just going to soul charge immediately, try to like do pillars under me, and then I could just rush in or step dodge and just have a fun time with them and then duck their CE. Keliks are very like either side for me. It's this man is just the bread and butter character. His combos are all very like standard at this point. We've all seen them. I haven't like seen any like decent Kelik mixes as of late, and that's not like you know discounting players that may play the man. It's just in my experience in my matches, I'm pretty confident whenever I run into a Kelik. I just know like I'm just gonna get AA'd constantly or GI'd, and then I just kind of try to play around that, especially when I play Grohl, because then like Grolls love GIs because it's like, woo, let me just throw a guard breaker here, go into a stab mix or launch mix, and we're about to have a fun time. So I'm gonna say I'm somewhat confident against the Kelik. Maxi. I immediately know where to put you. I do not know what to do against this character. I don't fight enough Maxis, and when I do, I just get destroyed. Whether it be like a high rank, a low rank, Maxi just starts pressing buttons, and my brain just starts fizzling out. I hate fighting Maxi, and I've hated fighting Maxi since Soulcalibur 2. In every game, this man has just caused me physical pain of exhaustion and just hurt. So I'm gonna say I'm struggling against him. I'm kind of like learning a little more about when to like punish him, but when I think I do that, then another Maxi shows up and just ruins that whole plan. So I don't know when the like true breaks are in his like little, you know, nunchuck little combo where he does his GIs, positioning of his GIs. I feel like I should not need a telescope to analyze this man. I'll figure out what he's doing. My brain be small and I'd be dumb. And I don't have time for that. I want to press buttons in my fighting game, which is exactly what he is doing. So yeah, Maxi, especially when I play these two, I am just in a world of hurt and I just don't know what to do against them. Mitsurugi, Mr. Cover Art Man himself. I fought Kajur's Mitsurugi, and Kajur is a very good player. I fought other Mitsurugis online. I still want to say I'm neutral against him though, just because like Mitsurugi he's in a weird spot. Sometimes like the man just breaks his own combos, and I'm just like, oh, I can punish you for free now because the video game let me. Thank you, video game. But other than that, the man has really quick lows, which is what he wants. That way he can just kind of 3B you and get a lethal hit launch or and do his bread and butter, or even set up for wild Akemi setups or block setups, kind of deer in the headlight situation. Kajur absolutely just wrecks me with Mitsurugi. But there are times where I win against Mitsurugi just because like I know he does have a lot of issues, and he's probably one of the, I guess, in official tier list, probably one of the weakest characters in Calibur. Not that like, I have any say in that, me being, casual cast player and last place holder in all tournaments I've found it. Anyway, so I don't really struggle against him. I think it's more like matchup and it's just kind of like inexperience, but also like even going off my matches like Kajur and everything else like that. Like I am way more afraid of Astaroth when I fight Kajur than I am of his Mitsurugi, which is wild to me, just because like my whole fear of Astaroth is him just annihilating me with grabs, and Mitsurugi does have a couple of grab setups that just scare me into the stratosphere and launch me as well when I accidentally duck thinking, it's going to be a low and then I get lethal hit. But yeah, Mitsurugi, I'm going to say, is pretty neutral. I'm not confident or like feel like I'm going to have bad matches. It's going to be like this. It's going to be a learning experience, and that's kind of it. Nightmare. I would say before I used to be somewhat confident in, but I've been facing a lot of nightmares too. I faced one of the nightmares I face is I named Isaiah Genesis on Twitch and everything else like that, and I've done a lot of games against him, and he just mains Nightmare, and I have realized how much I hate AGA, which is this quick just frame slash, which after a GI lethal hits, after like he GIs you and it's a lethal hit and everything else like that. I hate his bubble. Soul Charge, I'm not really afraid against him if he Soul Charges, and then obviously his super, which not a lot of people use, oddly enough, despite it being an auto GI, and it does pretty beefy damage, and then as a scare attack, you feel a charge, oh my god, peace health bar. But in my experiences against fighting Nightmares, it's the same thing, it's like they're either really good or I kind of just mollywop them. And that's what Geralt and Grohl, especially with Geralt, because like if a Nightmare Soul Charges, I got all the lethal hits on deck, I can just catch people with, 4A and everything. So, I would say I'm pretty neutral whenever I see a nightmare. It's like, all right, I can either, it's going to go either two ways, but I'm still going kind of like not entirely defeated upon seeing the character on the starting screen. Speaking of seeing a character on the starting screen and know that I'm absolutely not going to have a fun time, hey, help me against Raphael. Because this man decimates me. He is so quick. If I'm like, all right, maybe I'll step dodge, nah, just a random A, or a random low, or a random kick, and then I'm just back in him stabbing me multiple times, or me holding block for 15 seconds, because that's what I want to do in my fighting game. So yeah, I definitely have like minimal matchup experience against Raphael. I do not get to fight Raphs. And I know upon saying the sentence, I'm going to start seeing a lot more rats, and I'm going to start having a lot less fun, because oh my god. I struggle way more against him. That's why he is now in the help me tier, because good lordy, give me tips. How do I handle this man and his pokes? Especially as a Groll / I guess Geralt main. Please. Sung Mina. Help me. I don't know what to do against this woman. If I step up, I get lethal hit. If I try approaching, I get guard broken. Help me. I don't know what to do against this woman. She's so quick. I will say a lot of Sung Minas, though, are kind of all the same. But that's because her, like, the kit that she has is very strong. And kit that I just struggle against. She has quick moves, very long sweeps. I hate her toe attacking move where she just slides her pole across the ground. And it's immediate knockdown, or she could cancel it into something else. It's rough in these streets, and I don't know what to do. So any tips, please let me know. Just I don't know how to fight Sung Mina. Siegfried, oh you freaking DDR player with all your dancings. I want to say I never really I was never really confident against Siegfried. Because big sweeps, all that shit. But I have played against, like, Siegfrieds in tournaments, and oh my god, you players are nightmares for me. Literally a nightmare. So, I don't know. I want to say I don't get to fight a lot of Siegfrieds, and obviously when you're in lower ranks, like, I kind of count it, but I also kind of don't. But Siegfrieds, there's, across all platforms, there's so many different types of Siegfried players, and I don't know what to do. Siegfried is a very long range, like, he has a great... I'm stumbling my words because I don't know what to say about this goddamn man. I'm gonna say he's probably borderline... Amy, move. I would say he's almost at the help me tier, but I don't know what to do against Siegfried. The man is quick. He has mix-ups on his stances. His mix-ups and his stances can also just auto-reflect as opposed to reversal edge. Never get behind that man because you're just going to shove his sword behind him and then just launch you. It's, oh god. Not to mention his CE is deceptively large and, like, just kind of teleports him. It's a little wild and I hate it. That was fun experiencing that, where I thought I was at a safe distance and then just found a gigantic sword in my face. So yeah, I want to say help me, yeah. I want to say he's almost borderline right there. And yeah, if you guys got any Siegfried tips, definitely let me know on how to pressure and beat this man to a pulp. I'm gonna make you have 2 broken arms soon, buddy boy. Oh, Sophitia, where do I want to put you, you little goddess woman? I want to say I am probably somewhat confident against her. Obviously, if you guys have checked out my channel before or anything, you know, if you know or don't know, I'm stumbling over words because I'm speaking in middle miles a minute. But I play against somebody named Nictana, and they main Sophitia. Quick little thing. Especially playing against these two, I struggle against Sophie, but I also know what I'm going to get against Sophie, even online and everything. I haven't fought a very fantastic Sophie in a long time other than Nictana, but I play against him all the time, so it's like I'm learning how he is. So I just get like away with a lot more free things against Nictana than like probably against like a normal Sophie, just because like I know that man breaks on pressure, and I just throw out, you know, guard breaks just to spook the man a little bit. But she's quick. She has a lot of good moves. I hate trying to step against Sophie because I'm just going to get either 2-aid or A-aid or just a lot of moves. But she is very fun to GI against and to just pressure, because a lot of her really quick moves are kind of negative. I've been kind of learning about that. So I'm going to say I'm probably somewhat confident if I see Sophitia. Taki, however. Yeah, go right there. Actually, I'm going to move Ivy down. I guess we'll say this is, like, in order of, like, who I struggle against, like, and everything. But Taki, this little ninjutsu woman, who I mained Natsu in 5 and know how quick she is and, like, struggled a lot in SC2 and 4, and now in SC6, I struggle against her more. She feels like Sheik from Smash. Not a lot of damage, but also just, like, constantly just doing things. And I don't know when it's my turn, especially when she's doing Mets. I know you can duck it, kinda, I think, maybe, I don't know. See, even my brain's fizzling out now, trying to think what to do, because I'm thinking about Taki pressure, and I'm just, like, screaming in my head of how long I've been holding down the A button. But yeah, Taki, I don't even know how to describe, and maybe I should move her to help me. Because, good lord. Talim, however you say her name, Little Miss Wind Girl, who I used to love playing in SC2 and kind of played in 4, and then she was missing in 5. Anyway, I'm gonna go with not enough experience and almost to struggle against. More than this man here. I'm just gonna move some Voldo now, just because I don't know about him. Obviously, like, you could go in order of like how I feel about this tier list. Let me put girl above girl or below girl. Hey, Little Wind Girl, I just don't know much about. I fought really good Talim in tournament, but Dancing Woman and all the mix-ups and everything else like that, I let Talim. See, I know her official name is Talim. Anyway, I'm gonna just say Talim because I've been saying her name wrong for decades. Against Talim and everything, where I just like let her do way too much free things because I just don't know what I could pressure her or even punish her. Like, I just kind of, like, I play the poking game with her because I just don't know when a good time is to throw out, like, a big heavy move, if they're going to block, if she's just going to sidestep around, like, all that. So I'm going to just chalk it up to just, I don't know enough about her to really, like, put her in tears. And against, like, online and everything, I've had, like, a whole range of Talims. Sometimes I can't do anything, and I'm just kind of doing my thing, or like I said, like in tournament, I have just a statue because I'm just holding A because I'm like, do I punish now? Do I press now? I'm gonna press it up, I got hit. So yeah, I'm gonna say not enough experience, but probably will move her up if I fight more Talims, probably to struggle against, because I just don't know her. Tira. Little miss, I'm in the game, but I'm paid DLC. Ooh, where do I put you? Because you're another one I don't get to fight. Nitana plays Tira, and I do struggle against her. She's so quick, and I hate her little headbutt that leads her to like a stun, but it stuns me, and then her combos take forever and everything else like that. I feel like I'm fighting Broly sometimes when I'm facing a Talim. Or, wow, Talim. Tira. God, mix-up's hard. English is hard. But yeah, where do I want to put you? I want to say I struggle against her, but that could be just matchup knowledge. But Tira is very quick, and I struggle against very quick characters. I know she's a very bread and butter character, but also, like, her soul charge is very terrifying. And then when she gets her full mass change, even more terrifying, because guess what? She doesn't need soul charge anymore. She can just do her things and rip. I'm going to say I struggle against, but she's almost a borderline, kind of like neutral, like not enough experience. She's quick, and I just don't know how to handle her. But also, it could be, you know, I'm going to put you next to Talim. There you go. There you go. I'm going to just say I don't know much about her, and I don't really know how to play against her. I know when she starts headbutting, I just throw a guard break because it's either going to be a lethal or I'm just going to get a straight hit. But that's if I react fast enough. I normally react to the second headbutt, which at that point, she's unlocking lethals. And yeah. I'm going to say I just don't have enough experience, but also nearly struggle against. These two are kind of like borderline to struggle against. Voldo, help me. I don't know what to do against you, and I've never known what to do against you since my first Soulcalibur game of Soulcalibur 2. What are you? How do I play against you? How do I fight you? Why do you wiggle and dodge shit? I don't know. I don't know how to fight this character. Not to mention the 3 Voldo minions that are out there. I have never fought you. I don't know what to do against your character. Please, somebody help me, because this man just dances, he does things, he has a bitch slap that's unblockable, and I don't know what to do about it. The man just slaps me across the ground. It just makes me feel bad. But if you guys got any tips about Voldo, please let me know, because one, I don't fight them enough, and two, whenever I do fight them, it's a struggle, and I am not having fun at the video game, and I am drenched in sweat by the end of the set. Oh, Shungwall. Every time I see you, I get Incendia PTSD from fighting him once in Mighty Mooks, and that was, no, twice, I think, in Mighty Mooks, and that was enough for me to be like, oh, this character's a problem. Not to mention, you know, not to discount Incendia and how insane he is, but anytime I fight a Shungwall, I am not having fun with the video game anymore. I don't know what to do against her. She has mix-ups upon mix-ups, and I, again, become a stone statue. I don't know what to do against this character. Please help me. Notice I shoved her immediately all the way up to the top. Yeah. Help me against this lovely little just kidding woman. Yoshimitsu. Yeah, you already saw. I kind of already know where to put this man. I struggle against Yoshi. He's quick. He's wild. I don't know when to punish him. If he starts flying, I'm like, what do I do? I just get stone-faced thinking about all the moves I can do, and I'm just like, wait, I'm too slow. I can't do A's because I think he flies over them. And not to mention, his attacks are very quick when he's flying. It's a mix-up. I don't know how to do it. It's not let me press buttons against the man. So I struggle against them heavily. I wouldn't say they're at the help me stage, but probably also borderline, like, you know, a little nudge of a tip would be greatly appreciated. Not to mention, like, his CE, it hits me every time. I'm like, oh, I can step dodge. This thing just comes down. Nah, it tracks. And I don't learn that it tracks. Not to mention, I've tried, like, resist impacting it a couple times, and it failed because I would either do it too early or too late, and I'm just like, oh my god, this character makes me tired. So I want to say I struggle heavily against a Yoshi player, and just the character itself. Zas! Oh, where am I going to put you? It's weird. I don't want to put him in neutral, because there's already a lot of characters in the neutral position, but also it's like... Zats, I fought like a nice healthy batch of them, and in tournaments and in online, because I don't feel like I struggle against them. I just feel like Zats is one of those matches where I just have fun, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I gotta do that better, I gotta do this better, I gotta watch out for that. He's more of like a learning experience character, because he's not truly wild. He's not like wild and out like these characters up here. He just kind of does his thing, does his bread and butters, does a lot of pressure when he needs to, blocks when he needs to. He feels like Roll in that kind of sense, where he's kind of heavy but not, kind of fast but not. So, I don't know, he's just a very comfortable character for me to play against. So I'm going to keep him probably down here, because I am almost somewhat confident against Zas. I just know it's going to be a decent match, even if I get, like, you know, annihilated, I'm still going to have fun with the video game. Alrighty, next one of the goddess siblings down here. Hi, Cassandra. How you doing? Go up there, please. What do I do against her? Actually, go up there, Astaroth, you little grappler. You actually go before Astaroth. Maybe. Yeah, go before him. Yep, I'm fumbling. Cassandra. Oh, my lord. You got grab setups that I can't stand. You're fast. You literally nuke me into the air. Your combos are insane. You're quick as hell. You can just kind of shit out damage when you goddamn well please. Yeah, no, help me. I don't know what to do against Cassandra. She has auto GIs as well. She's very quick. A lot of her moves feel like they're safe at all times. And when playing these two, I don't know what to do against a Cassandra. It's, I think, across, like, all the videos I posted on this channel, even on, like, live streams on Twitch and, you know, the YouTube live, whatever the be, like, anytime I see a Cassandra, I'm like, oh, I'm about to not have fun anymore. I don't know what to do against her. Hilda! Yep. Hilda! You have, like, again, like Voldo, like, actually, get a little further up there. Actually, we'll kind of change this up a little bit. Hilda, Kajur the Mighty, Rubber Beef Man, you have showed me that this character is insane. And oh my god. You are the 2 people out of 3 that play this character, and she is insane. I thought I would be like, you know, if I made this tier list like, you know, maybe like a year or 2 ago, I would put like her in neutral, not enough experience. Nah, just a couple of matches I've had against like running into Rubber Beef Man in tournaments and then just fighting Conjurer. When I ask for games and everything, he just brings out Hilda. I'm like, oh, I know nothing about this character, and I'm getting mollywopped. Oh my god. She outpokes you. She has very fast slashes. She has a lot of confirms. Oh my god. Do not ever get lethal hit against from Hilda. You are in a world of hurt. You will be in a full Twitter combo. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, it ain't fun. So yeah, definitely give me some Hilda tips because I don't know anything. I've never even like really ran to this character on ranked or player matches. Like no one plays Hilda. Actually, no. I find your third one. It's Glider X Gaming. He plays a little bit of Hilda, and oh my god, I still don't know what to do against her. So any tips, any kind of like anything that can help me kind of improve my game against her? Again, I'm main Geralt and Gruul. So yeah, let me know how I can stuff her movements and let her respect my guard breaks for once in her gosh diggity darn life. Horomaru, you have less mains than Hilda. If Hilda has a total of 3 people playing her, you have 2. Yeah, I don't see this character like ever. And when I do see them, I'm pretty confident about them. So I'll probably put them here. And we'll move Kelik down just because he's almost like a confident against. Same thing with Sophie. But yeah, Horomaru, he's kind of like a counter character. So I know like a lot of he feels like a character that's kind of like heavily, like you can punish him upon all of his moves. But I also haven't fought like near any of them. Like in like my 4 years of playing, I've like ran into like a Horomaru probably 10 times minimum. Like maximum probably 11. Or no, probably 5 times minimum, 11 max. English is hard. I've been talking nonstop for like 30 minutes. Leave me alone. But yeah, if you guys want to give me a little bit of neutral tips against him and everything, but yeah, whenever I see a Horomaru, I'm like, one of those characters where I'm like, all right, let me see what this Horomaru can do, because I don't know what you can do, and it makes for a really fun match. So I don't ever want to like, it's not like when these characters up here and everything where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna have a rough time. It's like Horomaru and I are gonna smack each other a lot. We're gonna play a fighting game, and that's kind of it. Setsuka! Hello, 1, 2, 3. How you be? How you doing? So I've gotten a lot of Setsuka experience from Nictana, and because he mains her, and also Glider X Gaming has been playing Setsuka, as well as all the Setsukas I've ran into online. Yeah, I want to say I'm pretty confident against her. Almost like not, my brain broke. I'm pretty confident against her. She does have some wild things. I think her traps and setups are pretty goddamn good, but Setsuka is very sidesteppable. A lot of her moves after they hit, she's negative anyway, so it's like, oh, I could just kind of do whatever I want. Not to mention a lot of Setsukas love GIs, and me being a role player, eat that shit for breakfast. So yeah, Setsuka, I'm gonna say, is probably, I'm very confident whenever I see it, Setsuka. I'm just like, oh, like, how much are they gonna, be different from Glide or Nictana when I fight them? So it's more of like a fun experience, but I also know I can get away with a lot of dumb against her, because she just kind of doesn't, like, punish you enough. She does have some quick buttons, but if anything, like, again, I'm not afraid of Setsuka if I see one. I'm just like, all right, I just gotta, beware of my toes, and just kind of do my thing and have some fun. Alrighty, Hwang. A little Hwang experience. I absolutely have no idea what your matchup is. I'm actually gonna go with probably in the somewhat confident category. I don't know what you do, but you also don't scare me. I think its combos are really cool, and whenever I see somebody just dipping into talismans, it's like, okay, I'm like getting a lot of damage, but next round, it's like I have less health that I have to deal with you for. So, Hwang's weird. I haven't fought a lot of them, and yeah, look, I don't even know what the heck to say about the character. Like, I have no real opinion about him. It's not like I know he's probably in this tier of not enough experience, but also it's like, like, it's Hwang, and that's what you say. It's just Hwang. He just does some flippy things, does some chainy things, and you fight. You press buttons. Say it's a fighting game. Who'd have thought? But yeah, nothing really crazy about them. Again, the Hwangs I fought and everything were just kind of fun. That's really it. Nothing like, oh my god, like I can't stand this lovely character here, or like, oh god, I'm gonna get my shit annihilated with that one, with little Hilda. But Hwang, I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be a video game. This is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, that is, I guess, my little quote-unquote tier list here of characters that I struggle against and who I'm confident against. I kind of thought these two would grow more, but apparently the opponents I've been fighting have just been making me doubt myself more and more and more. Oh no. I think I'm getting worse as a player. But yeah, if you guys have any tips for any of these characters, it doesn't have to just be like the top, whatever, what is it, 12, 11? Definitely let me know. I am always down. It's always nice interacting with you guys, if I could get my statements correct. But it's always fun seeing your messages and everything, even when you guys leave me tips and everything else like that. It's like, oh, that's incredibly helpful. Like the one Ivy tip I got. I just like, hey, just kind of stay in her face and she'll do a couple of options. You might be able to punish it or guess it right, and yeah, good. Not to mention always duck upon Okemi, because she's just gonna freaking do her command grab, and it's, yep. But yeah, so even like any tips, like I'll take anything and try it out and try to apply it, because I want to get better at this game. And yeah, I'm tired of being garbage. But if you guys liked the video and all that shit, thank you guys for being here. Wow, I went generic and then immediately out of generic. Thank you guys for being here and giving me the time of day. I appreciate you guys. You guys all have a good one. Have some good matches. All the GGs, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.